Hello, welcome to another episode of AEA Insight. My name is Sandra Amakwe. I am your host for this episode. Today, I'm privileged to have been joined by an engineer who started his career at the Volta River Authority as an electrical engineer. He rose to the ranks and he became the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Grid Company. He then veered into consultancy and worked with the MEDA. He is currently the board chair of Electricity Company of Ghana. Engineer Mr. Amuna, you're welcome to AE Insight.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Have you always dreamt of being an electrical engineer since your childhood?
Well, when I was in the secondary school, I attended a Navrongo Secondary School.
Okay.
And at that time, we had a headmaster who was Scottish
Okay.
and a physicist, but he liked manufacturing things and the rest of it. And because of that, many people in Navrongo Secondary School were interested in engineering.
Okay.
So when I was in around secondary Form 4, that's when I decided that I wanted to be an electrical engineer. So I proceeded to GSTS, which was more or less a preparatory ground to enter into the engineering school. And from GSTS, I entered the KNUST
Okay.
to study electrical engineering.
So how was your career beginning like at VRA? That's where you started from. So
Yes.
VRA, how was it?
Well, VRA was good. We went initially on national service.
Okay.
And during the national service period, it was then a 2-year national service period. You had to go around almost all the substations to work. Then you come back to the classroom for about 3 months, then you go back to the field. So within 2 years, you are well trained to take over.
Okay.
So that is what I went through, and I think that was a perfect system by VRA.
So how long did you stay in VRA?
VRA from 1985, I entered 1985, December, national service, and left there 2013 to become the CEO of Gridco.
Oh, okay. So you spent literally all your...
Virtually, no.
Okay.
Half of my working life was in the VRA, maybe more.
So how was your working life at VRA? Take us through as an electrical engineer.
Well, I was trained as what we call a protection and control engineer.
Okay.
Now what that means is that anytime you're at the substation, you install things that virtually look over the substation and then the lines. So if there's any problem, quickly those things would intervene to take out power. Now we also have the control side where you have people sitting at a remote area and they're able to control virtually everything in the power system. Like if you go to the National Control System at the center at Tema, you sit there, they have a best view of the whole power system. Assuming they have to knock off any part of the country, they can sit there, Akwetia, Borga, or anywhere, then knock off the power. So that's the kind of job I was doing. And I had to travel virtually around. Now, when I entered VRA, I was lucky because just then they started this project that was extending power to the northern part of Ghana.
Okay.
Called Nesric. My boss was Jabesh Emisata.
Okay.
He was my boss. He was in charge, all our movements.
Okay.
And so I was made the commissioning engineer, head of the commissioning team. Now, any station we got to, once the station is constructed, we would have to go in and test every equipment in the power state before we knock on power. So I virtually lived in every town in the north. We're in Techiman, we were in Sunyani, Brekum, Wenchi, then we got to Tamale, Bogatanga, and Boku, and all those things.
Okay.
So, and at that time, 30%, about 32% of Ghanaians had access to electricity.
Wow.
But through that, we got many more people, and today I'm happy we have over 86% of Ghanaians having access to electricity, which is the highest in the sub-region.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you must say that you are part of the project of getting
definitely I was. It was a team, but I was also, one of the key people who actually got the northern part of Ghana getting hooked up to the grid.
Okay.
And you needed to be there the day that you connect them to the grid. You needed to be there to look at the people, the joy, dancing, singing, and giving out free drinks to us. I mean, that was so...
Because of electricity.
Yes, energy,
Take us to Gridco. How was your tenure as the chief executive at Gridco? How would you assess yourself?
Let me put it this way, that probably the toughest part of my whole career.
Okay.
Now, I entered Gridco, well, when in the VRA, I was at the Gridco part of VRA.
Okay.
Before, we had to balkanize and get Gridco out, for very good reasons. Now, when I entered Gridco, before I entered Gridco, some pirates somewhere in Togo or whatever attempted snatching a boat.
Okay.
And they didn't take the anchors out. So they destroyed the West Africa gas pipeline.
Oh, okay.
Now, when the West Africa gas pipeline was destroyed, it took over a year, maybe getting close to 2 years before it was repaired. So we're not getting gas supply to run generators. Okay? Then all of a sudden, at that time, I remember crude oil went up. It spiked $140 per barrel. So buying crude oil also became a problem. So we had to depend on hydro. Now, that year, the rain was bad. The next year, the rain was bad. So the hydrology of the West Africa was such that we didn't have enough water in the dam. So we got to a point where we had to reduce the number of generators running. Of course, everybody is witness to load shedding.
Yeah.
And I was the head of the load management team.
Yeah.
I don't want to say load shedding, but of course it was load shedding.
Yeah.
So we had to, it was a very difficult thing. Sometimes I talk to the operators in the night. Then early morning, I'm at the airport. I run to Cote d'Ivoire to go and look for power. And they were my friends. So sometimes you are able to talk to them. They said, okay, we'll get you some little power to add to what you have. But it was bad, really bad. I mean, virtually everywhere in the country had to undergo load shedding. We are also aware that industry suffered a lot. Industry suffered a lot. And the good news is that today we give Cote d'Ivoire power more than they give us. Today we are able to export power to Burkina Faso, over 150 megawatt, and they are still looking for more. And of course, Togo, Benin, we give them power. Now, let me talk about the Burkina Faso wing. When I became CEO, I realized that there was a project that was taking the 330 kV to Boga.
Yeah.
But there was no project linking that 330 kV from Kumasi to any other place.
Okay.
So you needed to do what we call double transformation. Once it's 1 kV to 330, then you go north. So I said, no, we need to complete the 330 kV leg so that we have it right from Abuazi to Bogatanga. So quickly, I got my engineering team together. We were able to get a contract to have a double circuit between Abuazi and then Prestia.
Okay.
Then we were also in talks with the Koreans, and we got some facility from the Koreans. They also built from Prestia to Kumasi. That meant that you now had a 330 kV line going through all the way to Bogatanga.
Yeah.
And that is what enabled us to export power to Burkina Faso, and it is good. They are still looking for more power from Ghana, and I believe very soon we would jack that up, and then we should be good. In fact, we actually intended also building another line from Boga through Burkina Faso to Mali. Unfortunately, it didn't come on because of the coup in Mali. Because of the coup, the Americans who were going to sponsor us under MCC pulled out of that, and that line is not existent now. But I know there are plans to revive that project.
So what would you say was your biggest achievement at Ghana Great Company as a CEO?
Okay. The biggest achievement, which one would be that? Of course, I just spoke about this line going to...
The transmission line.
Yeah, that was a good one. We also concluded with the National Control Center. It had already been built, but we needed to get the infrastructure around the compound and the rest of them. And one of the things I also did that I thought was very good was training the mechanics.
Okay.
I made sure the mechanics were well trained. There is a school at Zambia, Kafui Gorge,
Okay.
and I had to send them there. And for many of them, that was the first time they were sitting in an aircraft.
Yeah.
They went in there, had proper training. When they came back, the output was good. Then talking about the people here, I realized that we needed future leaders. So I came out with a plan to have an MPA program, 1 year MPA at Jimpa for some of the senior people so that we could prepare them for leadership positions. And I'm happy to announce that the president, actually I spoke with VRA, and then VRA joined us, and then we. Okay. So the present CEO of VRA went through that in. The immediate past CEO of Greco went through that. A number of people, deputy chiefs and other things, and I thought that was one of the biggest achievements. I mean, trying to get people prepared for positions in future. Because the power system actually requires very organized and trained people.
So take us to MEDA. So after leaving Greco, you go into consultancy. How was life being a consultant?
Okay, good. When I left Greco, when the new government came in, they kept me for a short period because they needed to understand the power system properly. So I was working with the minister then, Ejako, and he was very impressed. I mean, we've remained very good friends up to today. Very impressed with my output. And then when I left Greco, he said I should come and work with him for some time. So I was with him briefly, and then when he left, I had to leave. Now then, Americans and MEDA decided that they needed me because I was in charge of what we call the Partnership for Growth, the energy sector. So I made presentations and they were impressed. So they got me into MEDA as an advisor, and then later as a technical controller, like a consultant kind of thing. And the major job I did there was to work on the two biggest substations in Ghana today. So that is the Pokwasi substation and then the Kaswa substation. So I, together with my team and the present UCG MD, who was in the COO, we ensured that those two substations were constructed. Beautiful substations, state-of-the-art substations. Pokwasi is about the biggest in the country. And then Kaswa matches with other, so you need to go there and then you realize that we did a great job. That was really very good. Then we also constructed the UGMC substation. Going to UGMC, there's that one, and there's yet another one at 37 at the military hospital. So we needed to have added others, but unfortunately, the Americans will do the 190 million, and because of that, we couldn't do Kotobabi, Kantamanto, Oyarifa. A number of substations were left out.
So after MEDA, what have you been up to?
MEDA, well, I've been with MEDA, and MEDA became a fully, carved out government entity. And was undertaking agric. So we were doing a number of things. This farms at Kasunya, some 20,000 hectares of rice that MEDA intended growing. There's yet another project at the Oti area there, Oti Banda, big agricultural projects. So the government has now, added MEDA to the 24-hour economy. So that's what MEDA is doing now. But I am now a member of the board of MEDA as well. Apart from ECG, so I only link to MEDA because I'm a board member, but not as a regular. Yeah. So.
But currently, you are the board chair of ECG.
Yes, I am.
How has the role been so far?
ECG is a different ball game. Totally different. You look at Gridco, like it's not easy to steal power from Gridco.
Okay.
Maybe the workers can go to a meter, but it's difficult. High voltage, how are you going to steal
Yeah.
power?
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes when people try to compare ECG and then Gridco, I tell them, no, they are two different things. You know, people say, oh, the Gridco people, they don't do, no, I said, no. If you work with low voltage, that is when people can steal power. I mean, somebody comes to the house, he can easily trick
Yeah.
the meter, and then and the ECG man is there. He may not know. The ECG guy will not know that, look, somebody is stealing power here. But now we are putting in all these mechanisms that would get that. You know, it's not only ECG workers. I mean, the workers, I really wonder. But there are people, trained electricians, who go to people and then make sure they bypass
Wow.
meters. Yeah, they do that.
Wow.
You go, some of the, unfortunately, I mean, people used to think that it's just the poor areas
Yeah.
that people,
Yeah.
no. The affluent areas are worse, I'm telling you.
Wow.
I'll be frank with you. Most of them, sometimes you go to the houses the whole day, the air conditioner is on. I'm telling you. And we are coming full swing on them.
Wow.
But this time, we actually want to be going along with policemen.
Okay.
If we get you bypassing the meter, we just arrest you, straight prosecute you. You know. So ECG is okay. ECG has one of they have the brilliant engineers in Ghana, believe me. Very smart engineers. You just need to interact with them. Most of the constructions, the designs and everything is undertaken by ECG engineers. Incredible. I mean, they are up to the task. You know, what we have to do now is to ensure that we are able to get them the resources that they would work with. But I tell you, they have very good engineers in the ECG that will keep this power system going. And very soon, now there's no more doom so.
Yes.
No, by January 2025,
Yeah.
the power was going off every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, I really wonder how many times your power has gone off. I mean, we are not saying that it wouldn't go off.
Yeah.
Now, recently, the power went off here in my house. And I called the guys who go around fixing faults. I called them in 25 minutes, they were here.
Yeah.
So they went to a transformer, fixed it. And I said, yes, this is ECG.
Yes, ECG.
They are really up to the task, and I bet you we are going to make this system even stronger.
So as a board chair, what's your main focus for ECG? Is it about increasing the revenue for ECG, or is it about stable power? What's your main focus?
Number one is revenue.
Okay.
Okay, once we get the revenue, then we can put in infrastructure. And that infrastructure can ensure that we get more revenue. Okay.
Yeah.
We are also looking at using technology to address many of the problems that are there.
Okay.
We have SCADA, and we are going to actually improve upon the SCADA, build it everywhere, and then ensure that we are able to control the system effectively. And I tell you, we are on course.
Okay.
We are definitely on course. We will definitely make sure that in a year, you see the biggest change ever around.
Okay. So looking at your career journey, you've gone through VR, you've gone to Gridco, and you're now with ECG. You've experienced everything, literally, in the power sector, if I should say. So what would you say is your defining moments when it comes to your career that has shaped your leadership style?
Well, I think it's a training from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. And that training also put us in a way that we had to be learning every time. Then I had this biggest challenge of leading the commissioning team. So they say when you are in a corner, you know how to fight out.
Wow.
But if you are there and there are so many people, then sometimes you are a bit lax and then you don't know. But I think that leadership role given to me at the beginning was a very good one. And coupled with other training I had, both within the country and outside the country, I was able to build up and then got. And I think I was not lazy. To be a good engineer, you shouldn't be lazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
What has been one of the toughest decisions you have made as a leader?
As a leader, one of the toughest was during the load shedding.
Okay.
We needed, people were not happy.
Okay.
And sometimes you listen to them, and then instead of knocking out the power, you are a bit, relaxed. And if you're not careful, the frequency will go down, and the whole power system collapses.
Yeah.
And normally, when it collapses, you can take between 6 to 8 hours to restore the power system again. And I thought that wasn't good. So I had a meeting with the operating staff, and I told them that they should be watching the power system. But when the frequency is really decaying, they can take one whole town and then knock it off.
Okay.
So they said, Accra? I said, why not? I said, Takoradi? I said, why not? I said, Volta region. I said, that side, the load wasn't too big. You can't get what you want. They said, Kumasi? I said, yes, knock off Kumasi.
Wow.
So we had a meeting and I gave them that order. And I told them that anytime somebody calls, a top person calls to query, they should tell them that, even if I'm sleeping, they should tell them that
Yeah.
I told them to do it. And that gave them the power to operate.
Great.
So for a long time, the system was not collapsing. We were shedding load, okay.
Yeah.
But before then, we would try to balance issues until it's not controllable and the system is supposed to shut down. Now, the bad thing about the system shutting down that way is that the thermal plants, their lives go down.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
When the thermal plant has a forced outage, it's not good for it.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, knock it off, no problem. Or maybe take off some load so that you are able to, you know. So we're doing that. It was a very tough decision, but I gave the order, go ahead. If it is decaying beyond the redemption, take off Kumasi, knock off Kumasi, take off Takrady, take off Malam. Malam is a big load.
Yeah.
Take it off. Sometimes Achimota, take a number of transformers, and then we are good to go. Yeah. Don't wait for the system to collapse on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
What brings you fulfillment?
Fulfillment.
Yes, as a leader.
You know, anytime I travel,
yeah,
and I'm landing in the night, I normally like what do you call it?
By the window.
By the window.
Yeah.
So when I look around and I see the lights in Accra,
wow.
I feel really good.
Oh.
Because I know we've got it. We got it. I mean, now about over 86% of Ghanaians have electricity. You see, the whole place looks just like maybe landing in Johannesburg or something when you see the lights so beautiful.
Yeah.
Or maybe Dubai, you see how the lights are. Same way, you know, you would really feel it that, hey, I was part of this equation. And it's good.
It's good. It gives you fulfillment.
It does, yeah.
Many young people look up to you and they want to be like you. What is your advice to young people who are aspiring to be like you, young engineers who have just started their career life? And those who are there as well, what do you have for them?
Okay. Now, what I know is that if you really want to be a very good professional, the moment you graduate from school, that's where you have to start.
Okay.
The formative years, let me call them, the first 5 years to 10 years,
okay,
do everything to understand the subject that you are in.
Okay.
Very important. Look, if you don't do that, after some number of years, you get married. Every day you are talking about your son here, he's sick or whatever, and then your concentration is on the family.
Yeah.
But make sure that before you get to that level, you would have studied your subjects very well. Now, also, don't restrict yourself to just what you are studying. Okay?
Okay.
You could be an electrical engineer and do other things, but go into other IT things, this data analysis, all those kind of things. Make sure that you don't really know where you will be winning your bread.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody will be in one field. I know somebody was doing architecture those days in KNUST. He ended up being an electronic engineer on his own. He set up his own, it was doing really well, you know. So yes, you are trained as what do you call it? A journalist. You can also be learning something about marketing or anything of the sort. So that sometimes you blend the two of them, or maybe you may even go completely to the other side.
So you're literally saying we should be open-minded.
Open-minded. Make sure your subject, you study it very well at the beginning, because as it goes on, you would have your family, and when the family starts coming in, it's a different thing. You have time for your work, but sometimes it's not
easy.
That dedication, level of dedication.
What values do you think has built you this far to be this leader?
Discipline, number one.
Discipline.
If you see number two, discipline. Number three, discipline.
Why discipline?
Very disciplined. Like, I'm time conscious.
Okay.
Very, very time conscious. Now, I have two other friends. Of course, one is late now. Was a director in Grico. And then my good friend Nia Jamfrabaja, who is the CEO of one of the power plants, Early Power.
Yeah, Early Power.
Yeah. very time efficient. Now, it so happened that VRA sent me and Nia Jamfra to Harvard for our MPA. And whilst we were there was no single day that a lecture was late. No, it's not possible. It is not possible. That the man has arrived a minute late. No. 5 minutes to time, you see him walking around the corridor, and once one class closes, he's in there. You have to be time conscious. Even at my marriage, when we entered, maybe there were about 20 people or something. Something we turned out over 400 people in the end. We got there. It was 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock we were in the church, and the priest was my childhood friend, Catholic priest.
Yeah.
He said, "Willie, I mean, waste our time on no problem. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead." And that was it. But Amuzu, we went through. Then when we're halfway through, then people have failed the church. So that is very, very important. And any other thing you do, like driving, you see that there's a queue. Somebody, because he has a Land Cruiser, he's just passing everybody and then going away.
Yeah.
No, I mean, those little things matter in your life and in your profession. You just need to be disciplined. If you are not disciplined, I mean, nothing works.
Wow.
But if officially, I mean, you are entitled to, pass everybody. I don't have any problem. But sometimes, see people, they've gone to buy these fancy lights. They put in all those things, and it's not good. So you need to be disciplined. You need to be disciplined. The time consciousness, very important. Why would you say that come for a function at 10 o'clock? Then so everybody will be late. Then you go at 11. No.
So you don't believe in the Ghanaman
time? No. Ghanaman time, I don't believe in that. I believe in the Greenwich one.
So if you go for a function and it's supposed to, usually when functions are supposed to start at 10, they end up starting like 11. Yeah. You feel frustrated when you get to
I do. I do, but what do I do? But I'll make sure that I'm there.
Okay. So for you, 10 is 10?
Yes, 10 is 10. I'll do that. I'll go there, you buy me, see me. And if you ask the grid people, they tell you, anytime we had a management meeting, if we say 10 o'clock, by 2 minutes, you see me seated there. And so when the directors come, they want to find a way to enter. So, but I like to be there at the correct time.
Looking at your career journey, is there a decision you wish you had not made?
A decision? Wow, that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one, but what did I do that?
Any regrets?
No, I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. One of the things that happened was that the union, the unions can be very powerful.
Yeah.
And I was getting along with them. Occasionally, I'll pretend to fight them. Then in the end, we'll patch up again.
Okay.
And the Gridco union, I was so good with them.
Okay.
And indeed, ECG, I met the union guys. They're very understanding. And I'll really be working with them. Okay. Of course, it's a management that will be dealing a lot with them, but occasionally they come to me to have a chat. So, and they've been very good to me, nice people.
Do you do anything for fun?
For fun?
Yeah. Anything that relaxes you?
You see, I have a garden over there.
Okay.
All those pots.
Okay.
That's one of the things I do.
Okay.
The number two, the typical Ghanaian, the weekend, you are watching your Chelsea play.
Okay. So you're a Chelsea fan?
I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay.
And of course, I'm also sympathetic to Barcelona.
Okay.
Then I like Formula One. Incredible.
Okay.
So when there is a race weekend, you see me.
Okay.
Sometimes and golf. I mean, those days that Tiger Woods was so good. Sometimes when he gives a very good shot, then I start jubilating. And my wife will ask me, "What are you going to get from this guy?"
I know,
I said,
right?
"Don't worry. The enjoyment I'm having is what I can get."
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do the gardening?
Yes.
And then you watch football.
Yes,
you watch sports.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And of course, I have a small gym here. Sometimes I try to, because this is the belly is coming small, and I want to take it back. So,
what food can you eat literally every day, if that's the only food? Yes. You have any favorite food?
Let me see. I wish my wife was here to answer, because she knows that food is not my problem.
Okay.
I don't take dinner, number one.
Okay.
And also even the lunch, now I've reduced it to, like some doctor advised that the banku should be as small as, whatever.
Okay.
So what food? I used to like yam, but this time though.
Okay.
Wachi. I
Not
like
Tozafi.
maybe Tuzafe.
Okay.
Maybe Tuzafe.
Okay.
But Wachi, like one of my lawyers in Greco used to say,
Okay.
that when you are buying him Wachi, he prefers the one that is sold near the gutter. He said that's the one that has a good, they prepare it really well.
I know.
So I said, okay. So I followed him. I said, well, but I'm not too much.
Okay.
Honestly, I can't, I just eat little, so yes.
Food is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
something.
it's not so much of a.
But where
And
do
I
you
don't
come
take
from?
meat.
You don't take meat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're fish or you're vegetarian?
Yep. No, fish.
Fish.
Fish,
Okay.
egg.
Fish, egg.
I used to take meat, then I stopped, I think, about 4 years now.
Okay.
So, yes.
And how's it been not taking meat?
Sometimes you go and see people eating meat. I was in Brussels
Okay.
with my wife and then my son, and somebody took us to some place, and the meat was rotating and they were cutting it some way. I said, today maybe I have to break this thing. So the edge was there. I said, look, hey, stand. Make sure that you are standing to your grounds. Make sure you are standing. I said, okay. So I skipped that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's difficult. Now, you remember when we went to Turkey?
Yeah.
They took us to a fish joint and then
a meat joint.
The meat joint, those days.
Yeah.
I was eating meat. I really ate it. Went to the fish. I added that. Yeah. So I can imagine going back to that same place and that meat will be rotating there. It's a difficult one. But I've been able to so far. No.
So far. That's why you mentioned discipline.
Yeah.
It's your hallmark.
Yes.
Discipline is your hallmark.
Yeah.
Where do you come from?
Here. I was born and bred in Accra, Bema Camp.
Okay.
Signals Regiment, Room 2.
Okay.
My father was a soldier.
Oh.
Yes. But originally we come from the Bongo district in the Upper East region.
Okay.
When you get to Bolga, when you go towards the right, you go to Boku. Towards the left, you go to Navrongo. But when you go straight towards the border, Bongo is over there. But before you get to Bongo, there is a village under Bongo called Dwa, which is my village.
Okay.
And that area is a rocky area, just rocks all over. Kilometers square of rocks.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my hometown. I've really not lived there. But I go there.
Okay.
Occasionally I go there.
I now understand where you got your discipline from because your father is a military man.
He was a different kind. Wow. Oh my goodness. No. When we're kids, my father, when you wake up in the morning and you are not working and he sees you, you ask him, what's wrong with you? If you say you have malaria, so you become lazy again, run around the house. So he'll be there.
Okay.
With his belt. You run round, and they said, okay, now you're okay, come.
Okay.
He was too strict. Too strict. I mean, no. It was.
So how come you didn't want to be a military man since your dad?
Oh,
did you fantasize over it?
I wanted to go to the Ghana Air Force.
Oh, okay.
I loved piloting.
Okay.
And I had a friend, Major General Kotia.
Okay.
Very close friend. We were in Navrongo Secondary School together, and a really close friend. And we had planned going to the military. Then my old man told me that I wasn't a gentleman, so he wouldn't allow me to go to the military because I would go and foolishly attempt a coup d'etat and I'll be killed. I'm not a gentleman, so that's what my old man said.
Okay.
So he prevented me, from going. Incidentally, my late son wanted to be a pilot too.
Oh, okay.
And then I stopped him.
Okay.
And he wanted to know why. I said, Babi, I don't want the situation that you are comfortable up there. Me, I'm sitting down here and worried that my son I don't want that. So please, you go to engineering school.
Okay.
So he had to go to the engineering school. Yeah.
Okay. It's been a pleasant conversation with you, Mr. William Amuna. Thank you for making time for us to have this conversation with you. This is where we draw the curtains for today's episode. We'll see you in our next episode.